Thy forever 1 hour poetry master, tomorrow at dawn, when the fields whiten, I'll set out. I know you are waiting for me. I'll travel the forest, I'll travel the mountain. I can't stay away any longer, you see. I'll stride out with only my thought in sight, seeing nothing beyond, without hearing a sound. Alone and unknown, back bowed, folded hands, sad, since daylight to me will seem night. I'll not witness evening's a golden cascade, nor of distant sails sinking down to the Harfleur. When I arrive, I shall place on her grave a sprig of green holy, and heaver and flower, death and beauty, are two things profound, so dark and azure, that one might say that they were two sisters terrible and fecund, possessing one enigma, the one secret. A woman voices, gazes, black hair, blonde tresses, blaze out, I die. Own to light, love, attraction. O pearls the sea mingles with its great masses. O gleaming birds of the forest sombre ocean. Judith, our fates are closer to one another's than one might think. Seeing that face in yours, the whole divine abyss is present in your eyes, and I feel the starry gulf within my soul. We are both neighbors of the silent skies. Madame, since you're beautiful and I'm old, in summer, when day has fled, when covered with flowers, the distant plain sheds a sweet intoxication. Eyes closed and ears half open to muted hours, we lie only half asleep in transparent slumber. The stars seem purer, the shade is more delightful, a hazy half-light colors the dome of on high, and dawn, pale and tender, awaiting her moment, seems to wander about all night in the deeps of the sky. A friend, poet spirit, have you fled? Or night, our night, you left our noise to penetrate the light. Now your name will shine on pierced summits. I who knew you young and beautiful, I who loved you, I who in our great flights distraught took comfort from your loyal spirit. I wipe with the years that snow down on my head, remembering times past. I dream instead of those young days that saw our dawn, the struggle, the loud arena, the storm, the new art offered to the mob screaming, and here, yes, that vast sublime blast feeling, a son of ancient Greece and the new France, fierce your respect for the dead, full of hope. You never shut your eyes to the future. A Theban, a mage, druid, by the dark, meant her, flaming by Tiber, Abraham, by the Ganges, an angelic arrow to godlike how, viewing the haunts of Roland Achilles, a powerful, mysterious smith. You know how to twine a sun rays to a single flame in your soul. The sunset met the day, yesterday, tomorrow, in your futile, fertile brain. Yeah, you crowned the old art, father of the new. You understood that when an unknown soul speaks to a nation, lightning in the clouds, we must open our hearts, accept love aloud, calm. You scorned the vile attempts of those who dribbled Shakespeare, drooled. You knew this age had its own air to breathe. The art progresses by self-transformation. Beauty's adorned by melting with greatness, and you were heard to utter cries of joy when drama gripped Paris in its teeth, when spring chased the ancient winter away, when the wondrous star of new ideals suddenly glittered in the burning sky, and the stole Pegasus, a place on the tomb severe. Still I greet you. You knew the beautiful, go find the true. Climb the harsh stair from the black steps height. The arches of the dark bridge illumine sight. Go die the last steps, the final hour. Fly, eagle, see the gulfs that you desired. You'll view the absolute, real, sublime. You'll feel the ominous when nigh. Anew the vertigo of eternal wonder from heaven's top. You'll see your Olympus from truth's tall summit, man's unreality, even Jobs and Homer's. You'll view a soul from God's height, Jehovah to a spirit soar. hover higher on open wings. When the living leaves us moved, I gaze for to enter death is entering the temple. And when a man dies and goes his way, I see my own ascent, clear like crystal. Friend, I feel a fate's dark of plenitude. I had begun my death with solitude. I see my own deep, vaguely starlit night. This is the hour when I took flight. My long thread trembles almost at the knife. The breeze that takes you lifts me up alive, and I'll follow those I loved. I, the exile, their gaze draws me into infinite space. I hasten there. Don't close the somber gate. Pass on, for it's the law. None can deny. All lens, and in this great age, with all its light, slides to the vast, a shadow where pale we flee. Oh, the oaks, they fell for Hercules' pyre. What a harsh roar they make this night of fire, death's steeds, nay, joyfully the bright day flies. A great century that tamed the hostile winds expires, their brother and their peer, O Gautier. You join Adonis, Lamartine, Musset, the ancient sea that made men, yen is dry. Youth has no fountain, and now there's more sticks. And the grim reaper, with his pointed scythe, steps forward thoughtfully to clear the field. My turn arrives. A night fills my troubled eye, that from doves' flights, alas, reading common days, weeps over candles, smiles to seek new graves. Away goes the day, beautiful spouse. I love your tears. They're the dew of the fit and flowers. Beautiful things have but one spring with roses. Let's sow time's footprints blonde or brunette must we select. Pleasure is the god of this world. I am the darkness, the widower, the unconsoled, the prince of the Aquitaine and the ruined tower. My soul star is dead, and my constellated lute bears the black sun of melancholy. You who consoled me in funeral night, bring me Passo Lepo, the seat of Italy, Passo Lepo, the seat of Italy, the flower that please my grieving heart, and the trellis where the vine entwines the rose. Am I Phobos or love by Ren or Lezignan, my brow still red from the queen's kiss. I dreamed in the grotto where sirens swim, and twice victorious across at Chiron, plucking from Orpheus' lyre one by one the saintly sighs and fairy cries. Rhyme or rhyme, a Mephisto, I think of you, divine enchantress, and of proud Pasilipo, with 1,000 fires of your brow, flooded with eastern light, and the black grapes twined in your golden hair. I was in your cup. I drank intoxication when they saw me praying at Aeacus' feet, and from your laughing eyes secret lightning. For the muses made me one of the sons of Greece. I know why the volcano erupts once more. You stirred it with agile foot. But yesterday and suddenly ash drowned the horizon circle, since a Norman duke broke your gods of play. Eternally beneath a Virgil's laurel spray, the pale hydrangea is wed to the green myrtle, trembling Neph. The god shook the starry ways. Isis, the mother, then raised herself from her bed, made to her savage spouse a sign of hatred. In her eyes shone the passion of elder days. Do you see him? She cried. The old lecher dies. Through his mouth the frost of earth take flight. Bind his lame feet, destroy his squinting sight. He's the god of creators, king of the winter's ice. The new spirit summons. The eagle is done. Cybele's robe for him. Do I now put on the beloved son of Hermes or Osiris? The goddess fled away on her golden shell, her adorned image returning to us on the swell, and the sky shone beneath the scarf of iris. Do you know, Daphne, the ballad of the old, of all at the sycamore foot, or beneath the white laurels, under myrtle or olive or trembling willows, that song of love that resounds forever? Do you know it? The temple with vast a peristyle, and the lemons bitter marked by your teeth, and the grotto, fatal to imprudent guests, where the vanquished, a dragon's ancient seat sleeps. Those gods who endlessly weep will return. Time bring back the order of classic days. Earth has shuddered with prophetic breath. Yet the Sabile with a Latinate face still sleeps under the arch of Constantine, and the austere portico nothing disturbs. The 13th returns. She's forever the first, and always the sole one, or the sole instant. For are you queen? Are you the first or the last? Are you the king? Are you the sole or the last lover? Love him who loved you from candle, from cradle to bier. I alone, loved, still loves me tenderly. She is death, or the dead one. Oh joy, oh torment. The rose she holds is the rose tremere, Napolitan, a saint with your hands full of fire, a rose with violet heart, a saint who doubtless flower have you found your cross in the desert of heaven, a white rose of fall, your insult are gods, fall, white rafts from your burning sky, she, saint of the abyss, holier to my eyes. Free thank your man, do you think you alone? Think while life explodes everywhere, your freedom employs the powers you own. But world is absent from all your affairs. Respect an act of spirit in the creature. Each flower is a soul open to nature. And metal, a mystery of love is sleeping. All is sent to it, has power over your being. Fear the gaze in the blind wall that watches. There is a verb attached to matter itself. Do not let it serve some impious purpose, often a hidden God, in habits obscure, being in like an eye, born covered by its eyelids. Pure spirit grows beneath the surface of stones. Ah, I said to my heart, my feeble heart, it's enough surely to love one's mistress. And don't you see the changeableness? Is it to lose time's joy and heart's yearning? My heart replied, it's never enough. It's never enough to love one's mistress. And don't you see that a changeableness makes past delights dearer and sweeter? I said to my heart, my feeble heart, haven't we had enough of sadness? And don't you see the changeableness is to find new grief with every footstep? My heart replied, it's never enough. We'll never have had enough of sadness. And don't you see the changeableness makes past pain dearer to us and sweeter? Going to the wars, night so fair. What will you there, so far from home? Don't you see that night is deep? The world brings care to those who roam. You who believe love left behind flees the mind. Alas, alas, seekers of fame, your living name, your smoke and flame will swiftly pass. Go into the wars, a night so fair. What will you there, so far from home? For this I'll weep, who was beguiled, and told my smile was sweeter so. She was beautiful if night, who slips in the darkened chapel, where Michelangelo's made light a moving. Can be beautiful. She was good, if it suffice for hand open, give and passing, without God seeing anything of coins or alms, as cold as ice. She thought, if the empty noise of a sweet harmonious voice, like a murmuring stream, untaught, could make one believe in thought. She prayed, if two lovely eyes, now fixed on earth and now on the skies, can claim a prayer's birth, she would have smiled if the flower that never bloomed to please could open to the coolest hour of passing and forgetting breeze. She might have wept if that hand, coldly placed against her heart, had ever felt dew's heavenly wand touch human clay with subtle art. She might have loved if pride, like the light uselessly, is lit beside the one who died, lit not her heart's sterility. She is dead, whoever never lived. She who made pretense of being from her hands. The book has slipped in which her eyes read nothing, to see each of her truly, to love each other only, without deceit, diversion, without shame or lies, with no desire eluding us, never remorsefully, to live as one, give the heart to every moment's flight, to respect all thought, as deeply as one plunges in, to make of love a light of day and not a dream, and in that clarity breathe freely forever. So Laurie sighed, and saying to her lover, you whose every step touches grace supreme, it's you among the flowers who seem carefree. That is how one should love, you said to me, and it is I, old child of doubt and blasphemy, who's listening and thinking, make you this reply. Yes, it's thus one loves a vow, one lives otherwise. To vain her brows pale or delicate, Japan has granted its clearest blue. The white porcelain is of a white less true than her lucent neck, her temples a gate, and her moist eyes gleam a gentle light. The nightingale's voice is harsher yet, and when she rises in our dark night, we praise the moon in a cloudy dress, her silver eyes burnished, move fluidly. Caprice has pointed her pert little nose. Her mouth has the red of raspberry peach. Her movements flow with a Chinese flow, and beside her one breathes from her beauty something sweet, like the fragrance of tea. The big-bellied hippopotamus inhabits the jungles of Java, where in the depths of each lair cuss more monsters than haunt the dreamer. The boa uncoils and hisses. The tiger gives out his roars. The angry buffalo whistles. He grazes at peace or snores. He fears nor Chris nor Aseke. He gazes at man with no cares at all, and smiles at the sepoys, a musket ball that merely rebounds from his hide. I'm like the hippopotamus clothed with the conviction's weight, a strong armor none can penetrate. I tread secure the wilderness. Carmen is lean, a trace of yellow shadows her gypsy eye. Her hair is a sinister black, her skin tanned by the devil. A woman claims she's ugly, but for her the men go mad. The Archbishop of Toledo, kneels at her feet to say mass, for above her amber nape is coiled a large chignon, that in her room undone yields her body a cape, and gleams through the paler mouth with a conquering smile. Red chili, a scarlet flower, heart's blood gives it fire, so formed the swarthy one outdoes nobler beauty, and with her eyes that burn, revives satiety. She has in her hot ugliness a salt grain of that sea, from whose bitter gulf Astrid Venus rose naked provocatively. Yes, finer work emerges that resists our urges. A marble verse onyx, now not falsely to constrain, but to walk straight, muse, maintain a tight fit and tragic shoes. A shame on the idle rhythm, a size or more, too large all down, a sliding it off and on, a sculpture forever shunned, clay molded there by the thumb, when the minds elsewhere wrestle with Carrara, with Parian marble rare and hard, keep the outline clear from Syracuse borrow of bronze, which the proud Pharaoh has charmingly endowed, with a delicate hand, the vein of agate, a fellow command, for profile of Apollo, fixed a watercolor, to fragile tints that run painter and enameler's oven, make sirens blue, tales writhen free for you, monsters of heraldry, and with a triple halo, the Virgin and her Jesus, the globe, with the cross above, all dies. Only a robust art shares eternity. The bust shall outlive the city, and the austere metal found by a laborer recalled from earth an emperor. Even the god pass, but stronger again than brass. Sovereign lines remain, chisel, file, and ream, that you may lock a vague dream in this resistant block. tickety-tock, beneath a dark, mellow, Mayho, gay knees, creepers and flower, hang in the heavy, motionless fly-filled air, twine in among tree stumps, faultland where they cradle the brilliant, parrot the quarreller, the wild monkeys, spiders with fellow yellow hair, there the wearied, ominous horse killer, the ox slayer, returns with a steady tread over the dead mossy trunks of old timber stretched arching his muscular lines of breath from his gaping muzzle, heavy with thirst, issues with a sudden shock, quick and harsh, and great lizards, warm from the noon heat, stir, then vanish gleaming through the tawny grass, veiled from the sun in a hollow of the forest. He sinks down, stretched out on a level stone, cleans his paw with a broad lick of his tongue, blinks golden eyes, dull with sleepiness, and as his inert forces in imagination makes his tail flicker and his flanks quiver, dreams himself deep in some green plantation, leaping and plunging, dripping claws forever into bullocks' flesh, and as they bellow and shiver, poetry rapper master forever, my soul toward your brow, where, O calm sister, in autumn dreams blotched by reddish smudges, and towards the errant sky of your angelic eye, climbs as in a melancholy garden the true sigh of a white jet of water towards the azure, to the azure that October stirred pale, pure, that in the vast pools mirrors infinite languor, and over dead water where the leaves wander, the wind and russet froze dig their cold furrow, allows a long ray of yellow light to flow, oh so dear, far from afar and near, and white all, so deliciously you, Mary, that I dream of what impossibly flows, of some rare balm over some flower vase of darkened crystal. Do you know it? Yes, for me, for years here, forever. Your dazzling smile prolongs the one rose with its perfect summer gone into times past. Yet then on into the future, my heart as sometimes at night tries to know itself, or with which a last word to name you the most tender, exalts in that which merely whispered. A sister, were it not such a short tresses, so great a treasure that you teach me quite another sweetness, a soft fruit, a kiss murmured only in your hair, without dawn too grossly now inflaming the rose, that splendid natural and wary sheds at even her heavy veil of perfumes to hear underneath the flesh the diamond weeping, yes, about those dewy cries, and gently unbroken when the sky fills with storm, jealous to add. Who knows what space is too simple, day by day, so true in feeling, does it not seem, Mary, that each year, where spontaneous grace relights your brow, suffices, given so much wonder and for me, like a lone fan with which room surprise to refresh with a little pain as needed here, all our inborn and unvarying friendship. The piano kissed by a delicate hand gleams distantly in rose great evening, while with wingtips weightless sound a fine old tune so fragile, charming, roams discreetly, almost trembling, through a chamber she's long perfumed. What is this sudden cradle song that gradually lulls my poor being? What do you want of me, playful one? What do you wish? Slight, vague refrain, drifting now, dying towards the window, open a little on a patch of the garden, and the endless anew of this empty land, the blurred snow, gleams like sand, a sky of copper, without true light, as if the moon there had lived and died. Great crowns of nearby trees float like clouds on the misty breeze. The sky is of copper, without true light, as if the moon there had lived and died. A wheeze and crow, and you lean wolves, and these sharp gusts. What will you do? And this endless anew of this empty land, the blurred snow gleams like the sand of Parsifal has conquered the girls, they're sweet, chatter, amused and lost, and his inclination of virgin boys towards the flesh tempted to love the little tits and gentle babble. He's conquered lovely woman of subtle heart, showing her cool arms, a provoking breast. He's conquered hell, returned to his tent with a weighty trophy on his boyish arm, with a lance that pierced the sacred side, his cruel, has cured the keen, here his keen abides, and priest of the quintessential holy treasure, worshipping golden robes, a symbol glory's home, a vessel where the true blood shines, of pure, and all those children's voices seen in the dome, off of that follow the yellow brick road, rapping poetry straight off the top of the dome. The skies above the roof so blue, so calm, a tree above the roof waves its palm. The bell in the sky you see gently rings, a bird on the tree you see sadly sings. My God, life's there, simple and sweet, a peaceful rumbling there, the town's at our feet. What have you done, oh you there, who endlessly cry, say what have you done there with youth gone by? I'm afraid of the kiss, like the kiss of the bee, I suffer like this, and wait endlessly. I'm afraid of the kiss, yet I love Kate, and her sweet gaze, she's delicate, with a pale face, oh how I love Kate, and St. Valentine's Day, I don't dare. Tomorrow, they say, is a dreadful affair. It's St. Valentine's Day. She promised to me fortuitously, but the difficulty for a lover port be with his dark lint to be indeed a music above everything, the imbalance preferred, a vacuer, more soluble than in the air, nothing weighty fixed therein, and don't go choosing your words without some confusion of vision. Nothing's dearer than shadowy verse, where precision weds indecisions. Its beautiful eyes hidden by veils, its broad day quivering at noon, its the blue disorder of clear stars in autumn cool, with no moon, for we always desire naughts, not color naughts evermore, oh naughts alone can wed, a dream with dream, and flute to horn, from murderous epigrams flee, a cruel wit and laughter and pure, that brings tears to the high azure, and all that base garlic cuisine takes eloquence wring its neck. You do well, while you're in flow, to make rhyme a fraction wiser. If we don't watch out, where will it go? Who'll tell of the wrongs of rhyme? What mad or tone-deaf child created this penny jewel, this chime, this crime that rings hollow, vaults under the file, music once more and forever. Let your line be, let your line be a fine so light it feels like a soul that soars in flight to new skies and fresh lovers. Let your line be the finest adventure afloat on the tense dawn wind that goes awaken in rhyme, a fine and mint, and all the rest is literature. Spiterature emerges on a taunt neck from a starched rough item, a beardless face, a cold creamed, a beanpole, hydrocephalic. The eyes are drowned in opium, and universal license, a clownish mouth, bewitched, a singular geranium, a mouth in a bottomless pit, glacially screeching, a laughter now a transcendental opening, a vain smile of the Gioconda, planting their flowery cones on a black silk cut throat's scarf. They'll make their crow's feet laugh and wrinkle their trefoil noses for gem stone rings. Spit and coughing again on hand. Lyrics, they said, they've Egyptian scarabs and well cut bottom buttonholes, dandelions from the wasteland. They go eating the azure, sometimes vegetables too, hard-boiled eggs and mandarins, and rice as white as their costume, They're the pallid sect. They've nothing to do with God at all, and whistle alls for the best and the best of the carnivals, the carnival lyrical cannibal.